We are live. I'm gonna wait a little second because we are a little bit early. We are 2 minutes early right now. And then I'm gonna first play the original song, and then I'm gonna play people's remixes, so we kind of people that are late don't miss their remix, basically. Yeah, that was. I hope this doesn't just happen like a few times now, because especially not during playing the songs. That wouldn't be very nice. So yeah, I hope that won't be an issue. I have all the remixes here. You can't see my screen. You will be able to see a millimeters. The big black kind of thing here. This is millimeters. So like there is gonna be stuff going on there in a second. Let me just find the file of the original song. We're gonna play that first while we're waiting for people to turn up, basically. So let me just find that. So yeah, that, you know, you'll be able to see some... this doesn't... Okay, so... the way that we're gonna do this, and I'm also gonna need to make sure that you do have system audio. So well, that's just all stuff we're gonna do while people turn up. Yeah, once again, let me know in chat when you're here, just so I know what the situation is. So you will not be able to hear this if I put it here. Let's put this. So I will need to put this, play this with a different player, basically. Yeah, if I play this with a Windows player. Yeah, you will be able to hear and see this. Yo, what up? Adrian is here. Nice. My stream crashed once already, so I hope this won't be the theme of today. I will edit the YouTube description to have all the stuff in there. So Anthony is also here. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna play with the original in a second, and then so people have a bit of context. So people got stems for this thing here, and then they had few weeks time, 2 weeks or something, to make their remix. And I'm gonna name each person, then I'm gonna edit the YouTube description to kind of have links to people and stuff, just so you know where to find them if you like the music. So let me just, let's just wait a few more seconds. Let's just live together while we still wait for people, and then when people arrive, we can listen to the remixes. So yeah, this was the original song. It's quite a short song, 3 minutes. I've also not listened to a bunch of them yet. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, if audio at any point in time is also even slightly compromised, please immediately let me know. I don't want to mess up people's remixes here. So yeah, this is the original. So this is what I made and gave them stems for. Yo, so that's what people had to work with. In terms of the remixes, the first one that we're gonna be playing is actually not this one. It's gonna be this one. It's gonna be the Megaherb remix. Basically, I'm just going in reverse order of what was submitted. So the first remix that you're gonna be hearing in a second, I'm just gonna write the name in chat. If my keyboard will let me, is Megaherb. So Jordan, basically. And it's gonna, yeah, it did work on YouTube. Okay. So yeah, let's just play this first remix here. Seems to be private or something, I don't know. But we're gonna put this in a second. And I'm gonna have links in the description with all the stuff. So yeah, this is the Megaherb remix played through the SoundCloud thing they sent. Yo, I really like that last drop there. People took the song in very different directions, but you can still hear the original sample. Also, that's the widest sub bass I think I've heard in my life. And I really like the last drop. And also the sound at the start. It almost sounds like, I suspect some Zebra here. Very cool. Next one is gonna be, oh god, Travis and his unpronounceable name. So this is gonna be Nksok. It's gonna be Travis, basically. Travis Basso. I'm gonna put that on the thing. Yeah, this is the final submission. Once again on SoundCloud, there's gonna be a link there in the pinned comment probably. Let's go. Very cool. It's kind of interesting how it's like exactly the same song in terms of song structure, I think. But it sounds completely different because of like been turned into ambient, but it's also still got all the rhythms and stuff. Very neat. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Travis has been taking some lessons with me last year, and it's really interesting to see how his style kind of develops. Very neat. So the next one is gonna be Ren Harmonic, aka the Bird. So yeah, they made this. They also have a video. I mean, this stream isn't really set up to show visualizers. So definitely check out some of the things, because some people made like visualizers and stuff you should totally check out. I'm gonna play the enharmonic one, and this one also is gonna have a link. Let's go.
disguised as a new revised edition. Congratulations, the more you find, you rely on the mind that never stops spinning. And every single day you come to spit it back up. Wake up, back up, take a step back, maybe back up. Cause you look tough but you slacked off. Now you're back off the team. You're in another person's street, you're making a scene. Believe what you wanna believe, but don't follow me. Regurgitation, better clean it up. Here you go, brewing a mop, a bucket of murk and dirt, soap to slide on, to glide by, skating on the basics. Nothing new here, why are you here? What you do here? You just regurgitate.
Very cool, really like that. Also really interesting vocals, almost reminds me of like that old school nerd rap type stuff. Like the, what's it called, like not freestyle, kind of freestyle fellowship adjacent stuff or something. Very fun. Yeah, there's gonna be linked to this one as well. Next one is Void Song. which is gonna be this one, and let's see. Very neat. Really like the intro of that especially. Really interesting how it kind of feels empty almost, but also very intense. And it kind of reminds me of that, like that Armand Tobin type breakbeat stuff, like his very old stuff, where he kind of threw those breaks around, but it has had this like kind of melodic and ambient vibe as opposed to this full-on noisier in your face thing. Very, very neat. Next one is gonna be a Nomia, which did not provide me with a link, so there will be no link. But there will be the song, and it will go like this. Very cool low end. Really like the kick and bass kind of. Very cool interaction. They have a very tight sort of groove. Very, very fun. Next one is gonna be Sign Bit. Let's go. Lost connection there for a second, so I'm gonna restart Sign Bit so we can hear it in full, and so it's not kind of interrupted. So yeah, Sign Bit once again. Just my internet just died for a second there. Sorry about that. Fun, very fun. Really like the last drop. Interesting. Yeah, as Jordan said, lots of kind of very bassy sort of submissions for this. Very interesting. The next one is by... I actually need to check because I forwarded the message, but I don't see by whom it is. Give me a second so I can tell you who made this next one. Take a look at the message. This is Adrian. Okay, yeah, so there's... yeah, this is with the SoundCloud as well. Okay, so yeah. I've already heard this a bunch of times, so I really, really like this. They also made like a visualizer for YouTube. I'll be linking that. So, this is gonna be the Adrian tune. Let's go. Yeah, very cool. I heard this a couple of times already. I really like this. One more left to go. I will need to look up once again who made this last one, because they didn't put the name in the song title. So let me just try to find the original message. Let me shut off SoundCloud. Let's just find it. I am very professional. It's Anthony. Yeah, Anthony also didn't provide. Right, because they specifically asked me to put it last. They also didn't give me a link to, but this is their song. very cool moments in this one. Really like that thing where like there was this riser. I think it was made from one of the samples, and it goes like up and it goes down and like goes into a drop. I really like that kind of gesture, I guess, of going. I think it's like the last drop or second to last drop. That was a really cool moment. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, those are all the remixes. If you've seen this and feel inspired to make a remix yourself, the time for the challenge is over, but the stems are still in the Discord. So if you just search challenge 20, the stems for the song are there. Make of that whatever you want. Yeah, thanks everyone for submitting some very, very cool ideas. Surprised how many people submitted this time. Very, very nice. Yeah, we got a bunch of cool remixes. It's gonna try to make maybe some more challenges where we can do like a stream like this. Always kind of fun to listen through all this stuff together. Wait, what the fuck? Where is Ruby's remix? Why is Ruby's remix not in here? The Ali Moore remix. That's really, yeah, that should let me go to her SoundCloud. What the fuck? Why? How did I miss that one? Yeah, that was, I guess because it was submitted so early. So yeah, there's one more coming. Ruby, Ali Moore. Let me just put this in the fucking thing. Jesus Christ, I knew I would miss someone. Fucking hell. Yeah, sorry for that. This is, there we go. I hope that's not the only, so even one more to go. So yeah, this is gonna be Ruby's, regurgitation remix, Ali Moore, mixed with K-Flay, So Fast So Maybe. So like she took another song and kind of mashed the two together and put the vocals of that on this one, which is pretty neat. So yeah, let's listen to that as well.
Little did I know she would get so crazy, so fast, so maybe I'll get baked on the daily, put my feet up, let my mind go hazy. Little did I know she would get this gnarly, this quickly, I hardly had time to think, no time to think. If you like S&M, go choke a bitch. If you wanna just place, go smoke a spliff. If you got an envelope, go open it. If you need to urinate, stop holding it. If you're mad fed up, find a bone to pick. And if you wanna get laid, then don't commit. Relax, bubble bath, go soaking it. Say broke, but you got a couple poker chips, feeling hopeless, cause it's all downhill from the moment that you're born to the moment that you're killed. Well, at least when you're dead, you could get a little goddamn rest. See, I've been out of wax since 92, when my folks split up and I came unglued, and I haven't really slept that well since then. Staring at alarm clocks on my nightstands, but now I'm married to the kick drum, sampled in loops like the dim sum. Tell myself I think I can, little end done, but sometimes seems like it's all been done. I wanna end on a good note, but damn, I misspoke, so I retract everything I said. All the rise and shine, think I'll stay in bed. Little did I know she would get so crazy, so fast, so maybe I'll get baked on the daily, put my feet up, let my mind go hazy. Little did I know she would get this gnarly, this quickly, I hardly had time to think, no time to think. If you want nice eyes, wear Maybelline. If you need a new friend, pick Rachel Green. If you wanna act wild, go make a scene. Getting paid over here, baby ching-a-ling. If you're scared to propose, and save the ring. And if you can't hit it right, fake a scream. Life's like a punch, might break your spleen, so you better get used to the pace of things, cause basically it's like stress non-stop, from the moment that you're born to the moment that you drop. Well, at least when you're dead, you can get a little peace in the head. See, I've been feeling blue since 99, when I realized I'm a slave to time, and the minutes that we got all limited to stop while I'm looking at my watch, just wasting mine. Caught a glimpse of the action. Since that day, I felt the passion. Don't just talk, go make it happen. 3 points in the clutch, John Paxson. But I'm maxing everything out, damn. And the same doubts keep waiting on my brain. On the rise and shine, think I'll just complain. Little did I know she would get so crazy, so fast, so maybe I'll get baked on the day, put my feet up and my mind go hazy. Little did I know she would get this gnarly, this quickly, I hardly had time to think, no time to think. Little did I know she would get so crazy, so fast, so maybe I'll get baked on the day, put my feet up and my mind go hazy. Little did I know she would get this gnarly, this quickly, I hardly had time to think, no time to think. If you like what you have and you got what you need, if your apartment is the place to be, if you eat sweet grapes with savory, wanna get in touch, so you're paging
Sick. Yeah, really interesting how well those vocals fit on that. One interesting coincidence. Sorry for almost missing that. Of course, I've heard this quite a few times already. Just for some reason, I guess because it was submitted so early. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself. This challenge is over, but the stems are still available. If you want to do something with them, as long as you credit me, you can put it on streaming, sell it on Bandcamp. I don't really care. Just put my name somewhere there and say it's a remix, and then you can do whatever you want. If you still want to do something with them, the next challenge is probably going to be something very different. It's going to be something to do with the new sampler by the Surge XT team, likely. The stuff I've been creating multi-samples for. I'm gonna try to get other people to also make stuff for it. Basically, that's gonna be the next challenge, kind of. Yeah, links to the Discord should be everywhere. Yeah, it was very, very neat, very cool. Lots of remixes turned up. I'm gonna put these links in the video description. Actually, I'm gonna just... You can't see my screen anyways. I might do that on stream. So I don't forget it, and then also if people still want to say something, they can. Because there's always a fuckload of latency with this kind of stuff. Live streams. Do I have... Yeah, I can edit. Can I edit this while I stream? Yes, I can. So let me just put the links in the description. Not everyone provided a link. Anthony and Nomia did not send me a link. If they still want to send me a link that they want me to link, I will link it, but they must send me a link so I can link the link. Yeah, can't link without a link. Let's put all the things in here. The links in the description are gonna be in order we play this, but of course missing the two that did not send me a link. Yeah. What was it? This was sign bit. It's fun. This was, I don't know, Adrian. I feel like everyone just knows him as Adrian, but their artist name is ATN122. I'm gonna put both in the description so people know who they are. And then the last one, the one that I totally didn't forget, put anywhere. Ali Moore / Ruby / a million other aliases. But this one is Ali Moore. So yeah. See you everyone in the next stream, which is just gonna be boring old music making or Short Circuit or something again. So yeah, the next challenge, I'll try to get that set up sometime within the next few days. Is there anything else that needs to be said? I don't have anything smart to say anymore. So yeah. Good night everyone. Sorry to all the Europeans that we did this at a very American time. My biorhythm right now is very American, I guess. So yeah, gonna see you all.